hierarchy at West Ham are not good at a lot of things, let's be honest, in terms of how they run West Ham. I'll tell you one thing they are bloody good at is getting under the skin of West Ham fans. Uh, I'm referring to, as you'll see from the thumbnail, the interview done by Karren Brady. She's carried out an interview with Sky Sports, the boardroom, and they talk about various things. It's I think I've had a few episodes out so far, which has been pretty well received. So Karren Brady was the guest this week on the show. Talked for a good hour around that. Anyway, Jack Sullivan was there and conducted the interview. He's part of the show, and I don't know if you've seen it yet. I mean, you probably have seen the fallout from it. It's been pretty intense, actually. I'm annoyed by it. I'm going to be honest. I don't like what I've heard from Karren Brady at all. I feel like it's a real slap in the face, actually, to West Ham fans. This is so badly timed and so badly executed. And I think that the term "read the room." I feel like that with this. This feels like totally not read the room at all in regards to the stadium. And the general what's going on at West Ham at the moment. Let's get it straight. Things aren't good at West Ham at the moment. It's been a really torrid season, and it still continues to be. We've got like I've said in previous, like I roll on May. Can't wait to the back of it. And not only are we having a crap season on the pitch, off of it's not good either. This whole concession business has been horrendous, really. I know West Ham are not the only club in that. For some reason, that seems to be a comment that keeps getting thrown at me. Well, we're not the only club. I don't. Okay, I don't know what difference that makes, really. I still don't agree with it. Just because other clubs are following suit or whatever, or we're joining a band of clubs doing this, it doesn't make me feel any better about it. If anything, I feel sorry for those clubs. I just think it's disgusting. I just don't agree with this concession thing. No, I don't. Anyone does. It's wrong. It's wrong on every level. It's greed. It's all it is. It's pure greed and sort of washing away West Ham fans, the true heart and soul of the West Ham fan base. I just can't stand it. I really don't like it. And it's something I've been pretty quiet on, really. I haven't been too shouting about it at the moment because I wanted to see how it would unfold and hoping the club would come to their senses. I know that originally there was some early meetings. Obviously, Hammers United are doing a lot of work. There's a lot of groups that are doing a lot of work to try and get this resolved. But I just don't see any change from the club at the moment. I don't see any appetite for changing their decision. It's really poor. And obviously, as this is all going on, the thing is, because things are so bad on the pitch, and they have been this season. I'm not talking, by the way, about Graham Potter. I'm pleased. I really feel like I've got to continually keep explaining, but I really do back Graham Potter. I think he's a good appointment. I think it'd be good for West Ham. All right, so I want to make that clear. I'm just talking about in general this season, really poor. Things have been bad for a while. On the pitch, it's been shite. Let's be honest, and what that tends to do. I think when things are good on the pitch, let's be honest. If we were in the top six now, we wouldn't be doing this video. It's unlikely that we would have to be getting this anger at the fans. I mean, having said that, I still think the concession business would be continuing, and that would be a problem anyway. But the general mood around the club would be different. Of course, what goes on the pitch does certainly impact the general mood of the fan base. That's a given. However, it doesn't mean that the problems don't exist, though, and that these frustrations that the fans are feeling towards the football club and the decisions that are being made, they might be not as loud because people are getting really angry because of what's happening, but they are there. And I watched this interview with Brady, and I'm so unimpressed with it's seemingly like sort of arrogance towards the situation, towards the fans, not understanding it. And it's just like, I feel like it's as if like we're going to buy into that. I think fans are just getting really fed up with the continual message that comes from the club, and it doesn't tie in with what's going on. That's what I'm certainly getting really sick of. I feel like they're not addressing the point. Concessions wasn't even, why is that not being discussed? Why can't you defend? You know what I mean? Challenge. So what is going on with this? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the fact that they're coming out with saying comments that just aren't right. She did say a few things. A couple of things I wrote down. Sort of the main points. I mean, it was a lot, as I say, there's a fair bits that were mentioned in it. By the way, I'm not saying what Karren Brady. She doesn't necessarily lie. She doesn't say things that are completely inaccurate. Certain things that are true, and I will sort of explain that earlier. So, first of all, by the way, before I go into the video, if you're new to the channel, do subscribe. Free to do so, and we really do appreciate it. It literally takes you 2 seconds. And also hit that like button as well. It really does help us grow as a channel. We really do appreciate it. Right. So the first point I wanted to make, she stood around and said, "The stadium has given us a platform. We have continued to grow the club." Now, I would sort of agree with that. I do feel that the stadium has put West Ham on probably a bigger footing. I think it's fair to say that. I don't. Having bigger attendances and possibly giving the club a better image in terms of globally, that kind of thing. I do expect that playing where we were before to where we are now, it's a bit grander, it's a bit bigger, it's well known, isn't it? The Olympic Stadium, all that sort of stuff. So she may have a point in terms of that the club has grown bigger since we've moved to the stadium. Um, but I don't like her last comment, which was it's led us to win a European trophy. I don't agree with that. I really don't. West Ham could have won that trophy at Upton Park, as far as I'm concerned. I don't see how that she can say that. I think the European. Let's be honest, our success in Europe was not planned. West Ham didn't put a strategy together to go, right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get ourselves to Europe. We know what happened. They brought back David Moyes out of panic because they got rid of him and they had to bring him back. And then by an unbelievable stroke of genius, literally next season, we just hit the ground running. Everything really worked well for us. The tactics we deployed by Moyes, the sort of counter-attack, that fast counter-attack football, worked really well. And we had a really good season. We capitalised on other clubs not doing so well. I think we finished above Arsenal and Tottenham that season. We did. I remember it. I mean, I'm really delighted that we did. It was brilliant. And we should have done better. Could have got Champions League that season. That was down to David Moyes. It didn't have to do with the stadium. It didn't have to do with the stadium at all. It was that COVID season we got sixth, and I think that not having fans at the grounds helped us. I think we were one of those teams that we dealt with it quite well, and David Moyes got it right. Fair play to everything. So I don't like the fact so it implies that the stadium's the reason we got that European trophy. Because what it's kind of implying to me, that's like saying, like we were Leyton Orient once upon a time, or something like a club that size, and then you've gone to a big stadium, got all these fans in, then 10 years later, you're in the Premier League. You could say, look, the stadium moves the reason that we're in this league. And I think you'd have a fair point. West Ham were a Premier League club with great stadium anyway. Upton Park was really special. I'm just not buying that. I can't sit there and go, well, we never would have got Europe. If David, the whole scenario of what unfolded with that COVID season, that could have all happened up to part of the stadium for me. Didn't do anything towards that, so I didn't like that really. And by the way, I really, I'm not saying she said it in a nasty manner, but all these little lines just get under your skin. They're not true. I don't like it. And as I say, it's avoiding the actual situation, what's going on at the football club at the moment. By the way, I did say I'm going to do a video with Tom on the stadium. That's still going to be the case. We're going to be doing a video on Monday, and it's also going to do it live. I'll let you know the details of that, so you can come in and chat, and we can all interact and talk about it. Because I really do want to talk about the stadium more, because I do feel like it's a big topic, and we do need to get our sort of feelings across. And I do think as well, I'd like to know some ideas that people have got about changes to the stadium, but realistic ones. I understand people say, "I'll just knock it down and build another," but I'm talking like what you could genuinely put to the club and say you could do this, and it costs nothing. I mean, I've already got a few in my head anyway, but we'll do that on Monday. But tomorrow will be we're going obviously weekend football tomorrow, so we've got the preview for Arsenal, all that kind of stuff for the weekend. So that'll be a Monday thing. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. This really pissed me off, this comment from Brady. It's given the opportunity for 35,000 families to come here every match day. Just please stop when you're doing this regarding concessions. Just please stop with this. It's like just really riles me. We've got flipping. They know about the protests. They know about the black balloons. They know what's going on here. They've seen the banners. They've seen the signs. They've seen the leaflets. They've seen it. You know what I mean? Let's get it right. And it's just like giving the opportunity for 35,000 families. Yeah. So if 35,000 families, the children have got to pay now 70 quid a ticket along with their granddad. It's just disgusting. No, I'm not. I just don't like it. Don't like it at all. I just didn't like that comment. Just that really annoyed me. We had the cheapest season tickets, despite being a new stadium in London, in the Premier League. We do. We have decent prices of the season tickets, but they've got rid of concessions. I mean, it really annoys me because when we moved to the stadium, they kept talking about family football. Do you remember? And affordable family football, family, West Ham family, all that stuff. The thing is with this, and what I feel with West Ham at times, a lot of the time with the ownership, it's a total lack of actual care for West Ham fans. That's the bit that I think really, really gets under my skin, because it's all well and good keep saying all this stuff, to keep coming out and saying, oh, West Ham family, the West Ham fans, I want to see generations of West Ham fans. It's all well and good saying all this stuff, and it all sounds all great. because if you weren't a West Ham fan, let's say, and you watch that interview or whatever, and the way it's all conducted, the way it was done in one of the sort of directors' lounges or whatever, and it looks out onto the ground, and it does all look nice, claret and blue seats in the background. It all looks all like, look at this great place we're at. It doesn't show the reality of it. And that's the difference I find. Like when you watch these interviews and you hear the message coming from the club, but then you go to the match day, you go to experience West Ham actually firsthand. It's so different. I find it's really different. It doesn't feel the same at all. And the way they're painting this picture, of families and it's all affordable football, that stuff they gave us. You get to West Ham, it ain't that at all. It's not affordable. It's not nice. It's not pleasant. The atmosphere has been killed in that stadium. And the club are doing that. the club are actually actively trying to do that, trying to take that away, that raw West Ham energy, that real passion about West Ham. It's like they desperately don't want that. We don't want standing up, sit down, be quiet. Yeah, we don't want you singing and shouting at away fans. We don't want this. But then she comes out and all that. It just annoys me. It really does. I wasn't impressed with it. Like many, like we all are. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't. It just gets under your skin. And as I say, if you're going to conduct an interview where you're going to have to sort of come out and basically bullshit and put some PR spin on everything, and and all like I feel like that was quite a bit of. Not saying she goes like lying and such. It's like a delusion. It's just not true. What you're saying is not accurate. Like, be on it. Just give us like the actual facts. Like, face the actual issues rather than just keep like dressing it up like it's all fantastic. It's all been fantastic. It hasn't been. Come on, away fans slate our stadium. It's regularly number one on polls as like the worst stadium in the Premier League, the worst this and worst that. The crappiest experience. People hate their view of their seats. They don't like the atmosphere, and all that. It gets ridiculed a lot. So it really just winds me up that sort of arrogance to go on telly then and go, "Oh, isn't it brilliant? Isn't it brilliant? Look at this wonderful stadium." It's like, just stop. You know what I mean? Come out and say, "Yeah, did you know what? When we were listening to these fans, that's what I mean. If I'm in her chair, right." This is what I'd want to hear. I'd want to hear her say something along the lines of, if I was in her shoes and I wanted to talk to the West Ham fans, I'd go, I know there's frustrations with the stadium. I know that fans are annoyed. We are consulting with fans. We want to get this better. We know that wall doesn't work. We're going to bring it down. That wall that we put up, we know it's getting complaints. We're going to bring it down. Why don't they be like that? Why can't they be like that? Why have they got to be so against West Ham fans? When we do this video on Monday, like this is what I'm talking about with regards to sort of like simple things like bringing down that wall. It wouldn't cost anything. Just get it done. Do you know what I mean? That's an easy win. You could do that today. You could go, do you know what? That wall's coming down. Take a picture of the new stand and go, we've heard from the fans. They don't like that wall. We're bringing it down. Everyone would go, well played, fair play. They've listened and done something. But they don't. Ever. It feels like they never do anything. Really winds me up. The constant, they moan about standing, the issue with persistent standing. I don't know what the issue is with that. There are areas of bottom tiers people stand up, but people don't like. You know what I mean? It's like it just annoys me. Like have certain sections. Like for instance, say right, I tell you what, we're hearing that people like to stand during games. We get that, and some people don't because they, maybe they can't or a bit older or whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a standing section. Great. These are like straightforward things. I've sort of ruined the video for Monday now a little bit, but do you know what I mean? This is like. These, for me, are easy wins at Karren Brady. These are the sort of things she should be sitting in that chair saying, like, we're going to make this stadium better for West Ham fans. And do you know what? We're going to build a pub or something nearby. Like on the walk up, we're going to try and build a couple of things, little areas for players for fans to go before the game. Make it a bit more, build up on the area. I don't know, just listen to West Ham fans and bloody react to it. Try and stop just living in this bullshit cloud bubble and saying, if it's great, when it's not. Scrap the concession thing. Say, do you know what? We were misguided. We took we realise now, we've looked at it, we realise we've done the wrong thing. Oh, do you know what? It really annoys me. Yeah, so as you can tell, I'm getting really carried away. I get annoyed with it because I knew I would do. But it does. It just gets under the skin of West Ham fans. I don't like it. And I don't like the fact it's just so factually inaccurate, and they've just avoided the actual issues of that stadium. When believe me, there's a lot. It's not a good time at the moment. We need a lift as well on the pitch. We've got Arsenal this weekend, which is going to be tough. No doubt. Well, it will be obviously a very, very tough game. Fingers crossed we can get something there. Look, I'll do the Arsenal preview tomorrow. Should be joined by Tom with that as well. We'll do that, and as I say, we'll do our live video on Monday, and we'll come back to this and talk about the stadium, because this is going to be a big topic. I feel for a while. I think that the season ticket renewals are going to be a big problem for the football club. I'll give my thoughts on that as well on Monday. You know what I mean? I just feel like things are not good. We need a big lift, and I really hope we can get that this weekend. It would be something, wouldn't it? But look, as I say, Arsenal preview tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to doing. And until then, take care and come on, your irons.